All right, can you guys hear me now? Oh, well, this sucks. Okay, good. All right, good. Oh man, I don't know how much you guys heard. Oh my goodness. Let me look at Jesus, this is crazy. Let me look at this for a quick second. So I see. Oh, that sucks. I don't know what you guys heard. In the comments, let me know. I mean, what did you guys hear? I didn't even know the mic was out. And you know what the reason for that is? Jesus. I use NVIDIA Broadcast and I updated it 2 days ago, but I didn't test to see if my voice was on here. Oh Jesus. I just wasted a ton of breath for no reason and I feel horrible because of it. Well, if you guys haven't haven't heard much of it, I was just kind of explaining, this is our last podcast for the year. Man, I'm thrown off by that. But Wolverine, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for telling me that the sound was out. I didn't even know the sound was out. Now I got to go back and look at the podcast to see this. I don't too much have. Okay, all right. I see your comment now, Wolverine. So I appreciate it. But I didn't see too much of. Oh man, this sucks. So the whole point of this is because I changed this whole setup so I don't see the comments in front of me anymore. And Max and I took this out because somebody was spamming in here, and we don't want you guys going through that. So I have your comments here is here off to the side. So uh I have to kind of vary back and forth, try to see what you guys are saying. But anyway, let's try to get some of my intro. If you guys haven't heard anything, I was saying that this was the last podcast of the year. We're excited for 2021, especially gaming wise. I was just kind of explaining, why Max is not here. Things have been crazy with Christmas and everything else that's going on. So I was telling you guys to make sure you put some, this is on his YouTube page right now. So go to his page, leave some comments down, show him some love, subscribe to his page, and just make him feel good because it's been crazy. We're both work, like we always say. The podcast right now is something we do on the side, and we're not making money from this, so we have to work our normal jobs. So sometimes the normal jobs can get in the way, and things, and especially with the holidays, stuff can get in the way too. So send Max some love. He'll be back next week. Max and I decided to kind of change his theme around. That's why you see this New Year's thing and this one screen. The newly thing I added now was the whole screen on the bottom of the podcast. So, um, which has our social media and the links where you can reach us. Max and I also have a Discord and we have a Facebook group. It's called Community Replay. So make sure you guys check that out. But these are one of those things that I kind of put together because we decided to change things around. So I get with Max this week and we'll kind of agree on, what our background. We're going to change everything. The things we're looking forward to in 2021, of course, game wise, is, first party games, software, hardware, what Xbox is going to do next year, what PlayStation is going to do next year, and just enjoy the consoles, and not just consoles, just PC gaming. I have an article here that's very surprising from NVIDIA, and we'll get to that. But so I finally got that out the way. You guys got the introduction again. But yeah, and I was kind of explaining also my last part of my introduction that I haven't been playing games as much lately because of the holidays, and we've been busy with family and friends, and safely though, because the virus is still out. Thankfully, they have vaccines now, and hopefully one day it'll come around. I don't know if I'm gonna take it yet. We'll see, but just know that at least something is trying to happen. We can get control of this thing, and my heart goes out to the folks that lost someone, and I'll be praying for you guys and that type of stuff. But anyway, the games I played Halo last night for a while, and then I played a little bit of Modern Warfare, and I've just been enjoying Rebirth. Rebirth has been just truly amazing, and it's just a fun mode. I hope it's not limited. Call of Duty has this thing where they like, and then eventually take it away. For an example, people complain about Shootout and Shipment, and those are one of the most popular maps that you have. So I hope they don't take this away. I've been enjoying it. And then I won more matches than I have in Rebirth than I did in Warzone. Not to say I can't win in Warzone. We've won a few in Warzone, but Rebirth has just been awesome, and we've been enjoying the more close quarter Warzone type combat, and we just been having a ball. Okay, so anyway, I guess let me, since I ranted 2 times on an intro, let me finally get back to what our topics are today. So usually we don't talk about things that's very political. Hold on, let me get to it. Come on, where are you? There you are. So usually we don't talk too much about political things. It's not what this channel is about. But I do have an article that seems pretty interesting to me. And this U.S. congressman got caught using campaign funds on Steam. Yes, Steam, the PC somewhat console program. The guy was using the campaign money to buy games. And further reading down this article, the guy states, that he blamed his son. I mean, don't get me wrong, he used this money for everything else, but that's not what I'm going to talk about. But all the things that he used his money for brought attention to Steam. And it's just kind of funny to me, like, you're in a position like this and you do something illegal off Steam. Like, why would you do that? Like, you don't even know the people. So it's just ridiculous. So I mean, I don't know, man. I know things are tempting when you're in a position of power, and you're supposed to be strong enough to be able to fight these urges to do things on the side. And I mean, and then your government, like, you're being watched, watched and protected on both sides. So I just don't think this was a smart move on his behalf. Um, you know, but again, I'm not talking about Trump, and I'm not talking about all the other things that he's involved with. I just want to talk about him putting his life in danger over Steam. So it's just so funny to me. All right, so I guess I'll touch on the next subject. So here's a good one. Here's a really good one. So KFC announced that they have a game console. So when I first saw this was, I think it was a couple months ago, where so April, let's take this back for a second. In April, NVIDIA and Google and whoever, these huge tech titans, they usually make these April Fool jokes, and they'll put out something, and it looks, because they put a lot of work into it for April Fools, and they make it like so worth it, right? And it's so believable. But this is real. And what's funny is Linus, the huge guy, touched on this in one of his news channels. And I don't know if the thing has a chicken warmer. I'm not sure. And I hate that Max is not here, because usually if I get something wrong, he kind of fact checks me. But I'm gonna try my best to try to deliver this thing the best way I can. But this thing is real. This thing is real. And let me see. Where's my mouse? Here it is. And it has some beefy specs. I want to know if the specs are in here. Yeah, here it is. So the KFC console makes use of a Cooler Master. So they partner with Cooler Master and the chassis, and they have an i9 Intel NUC 9 Extreme. So if you guys don't know what the Intel NUCs are, it's Intel's proprietary small form factor, somewhat gaming computer. Well, you can game on it, but it's not like having a full-fledged graphics card. But I mean, things may change, right? Because you have Max-Q design. Max-Q designs are meant for for the chips to be much slimmer, where they can fit it in smaller chassis. For an example, my laptop, I have a HP OMEN X2S, and I have a Max-Q design RTX 2070 in it. And it's very, very thin. I will pick it up and show you, but my podcast is hooked up to it right now. But I have pictures on one of my pages. You guys be able to see, because when I first bought it, I was so excited. And this was before I even started streaming. But just it's one of these things where it can be possible to put it in a small form factors, where I'm getting at, and it's very powerful. The only difference is that it doesn't have the same power output. So the graphics are going to be a little under and on par with the actual desktop, but it will never give the full performance of a desktop GPU. So I think this thing, I'm not getting it. I'll tell you that now. I'm already building a gaming PC, and I have all my parts besides the graphics card and the processor, which things are so on back order right now. You can't get it. From the scalpers and people using the bots to get everything. So with this here, it's not in my interest. It may interest other people. It may be for someone who's a KFC collector. I'm not trying to be funny, but there are people out here that collect certain things that you wouldn't imagine. Who knows? Somebody who kept, I don't know, the Colonel's uh I'm not trying to be funny. Somebody probably kept the Colonel's clothing. They found the guy's suit or something and put it in a shadow box and have it hanging on the wall. And they may want to take this thing and put it on the side and have it displayed. So who knows? Or whoever just got money to just throw out there, because these are not cheap parts. A Core i9 is expensive. And let's see. And it has a swappable GPU. So, that's actually pretty cool. So that means you can take this thing and you can still put in whatever graphics cards you want to in here. And it also has NVMe SSD, and 2 Seagate Barracuda's 1 terabyte SSD. So it's beefy. It's very powerful. To be honest with you, it's actually more powerful than my i7 gaming computer that I got here. So but depending on what graphics card you put in there, I would assume you with the new the new AMD series or the new NVIDIA series. So tell me what you guys think, man. Just that's one of those things that was really funny to me, and it's a real story. And it's just I don't know, it's just a little bit, but it's not one of those things again that I would be interested in. And forgive me for not looking at the camera. I'm kind of working a bunch of stuff all together right now. All right. And okay, so what I just did was I published a poll on my Facebook channel. And so if you go on my Facebook, Moandogg Gaming, you will see questions of what are you expecting out of 2021 year. And I want to know what you guys think, right? So, and one of my questions is Xbox first party games, PlayStation first party games, more hardware for the console. So do you guys want to see like more cameras, more what do you call it, more controller color configuration? Make the, because I want to know what you guys want to know. And the last thing I have is more software features for the console. So for an example, PlayStation needs to unlock their what do you call it, their placement for the SSDs. You can't put an SSD in here right now, so you can't expand the memory. But if you do expand it, it's going to have to be through USB, through an external hard drive or external SSD. But it's not going to have the same performance as if you're on the console yourself. So don't, what, I don't want to what you shouldn't do, but I want to tell you this: if you spend $500 on these consoles and you see all the specs online and all the hype that they built up about how fast these things are, what they can do, the ray tracing and all that stuff, I just want to mention, you can still do it. It's still possible, still feasible. But if you put your games on external SSD right now and don't have the M.2, proprietary what do you call it, SSD to go inside the PlayStation, you're not going to get those speeds, and you spend $500 for something you not get the full performance of. So just keep that in mind. You can still use it, and I use it, right? So the Xbox only has a 1 terabyte SSD in it, and it has the same speeds as the PlayStation. PlayStation is a little bit more superior, but it has the same speeds. But I have too many games, and from the games from the one, I put it on external hard drive, like all my Game Pass games, but I don't have them all on the Xbox because I only have a limited amount of memory in here. So so sometimes I launch my games off of that. To be honest with you, they're still a little quicker to me in my eye, but it's still as if having an Xbox One X or whatever they had last year. But you can still play your games. Your games are still playable. You just won't have those fast loading times. And in what I used to experience back in the day from playing PUBG on the Xbox, and I used to hate this thing where you get in the map and the board is not loaded all the way, and sometimes you'll drop down to an empty landscape, and then you'll be walking at this invisible, like, why am I not moving? And then this building pops up in front of you because the hard drive isn't quick enough. So but I'm not saying you're going to experience that from using it off the external hard drive. If you get you a decent one, you won't experience that. But again, there's nothing wrong with putting your games on an external hard drive. It's just that don't get upset when you don't see the same performance. That's all I'm saying. All right. So, okay, that was my little rant for that. So let's move on to our next topic. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, here we go. Okay, Cyberpunk 2077 ray tracing optimization mod improves the game's performance with RTX enabled. Works with patch 1.06. So, if you guys do have, of course, Cyberpunk, don't. This is only for PC. Okay, PC, it's not really proprietary, but you get more freedom when it comes to it. The next best thing, if developers support it, it would be the Xbox. And PlayStation is most likely they're kind of in-house, right? They fought a long time with crossplay and opening up their ecosystem to other, I don't know what you want to call them, suppliers, manufacturers, whoever else uses their stuff or promote their stuff or wants to use their stuff or their network and all that stuff. Um, but for this, it's only going to be for PC. And from what me and Max was talking about, I think we talked about it last week, is that Cyberpunk 2077 is very demanding. Okay, and it's putting a hit even on the top tier graphics cards like the what do you call it, the GTX 3090. I did it right this time, Max, if you're watching. I said 30 and not 20. And the RTX, I'm sorry, now I messed up. And the RX 6900. So, and I hope I got that right. So anyway, but they're putting a hit on these things, and then the 3090 can hit 8K at 60 frames. I think mostly with DLSS on. I'm not sure. This is why I need Max here. He usually tells me, but don't hold me to it. Do your research. But from when I looked at it when they were doing when they're doing the promotion, when NVIDIA had their game showcase, they were displaying 8K at 60. I just don't remember how. Was it native? Was it DLSS? Or or did they have a demo and just specifically just integrated that with developers and say, hey, this can run 8K, which is not bad, just because right now it makes no sense to buy anything 8K right now. So that's why I say it's not bad. It'd been different if 8K was mainstream and they just did that and you had no other source to go after, then I think that'd be horrible. But it allows you to show what's coming. It allows you to show what's coming, and NVIDIA is already working on their next gen graphics cards. Which I have, and I'm like blowing through these articles. Let's see if I can find this. No. Did I lose it? Nope, here it is. All right, they're already working on their next gen graphics cards, the 4090, and they're already saying that this thing is going to be twice as fast as the 3090, and the 3090 can do 8K at 60. I mean, that's ridiculous. Now, this is a leak, so take it with a grain of salt. But if this is true, this is gonna really change. Well, I wouldn't say change the game because now AMD is keeping up with these guys. So, but I thought this was a very interesting article. Let's see if we can read into this a little bit. It says the NVIDIA current flagship GeForce RTX 3090 is the best graphics card with AMD able to take a few blows. All right, and we do know that. They're showing the specs of this 4090 and 66 teraflops. Now, I wouldn't get too comfortable with the teraflops. But as far as teraflops is not what you want to base your performance off of. So it's good to have. It's more of a general thing of what this thing can do. But it depends on what developers input in the system. So so don't take that, because the issue was with, and here's a prime example. The Xbox will be 12 teraflops and the PlayStation supposed to be 10, if I got that right. And, but we already know that the Xbox games are more, well, the Xbox system is supposed to be more powerful than PlayStation. What's recently been happening is that all the games have been performing better on the PlayStation. So, and they both have RDNA 2 technology, but PlayStation has a hybrid version. So, but that's what I mean. So when you throw those teraflops around at people, it's gonna it, it won't help you make a good decision on when you're trying to buy something. Put it that way. So just go off of get some knowledge of computers, games, whatever you can, and base it off that knowledge and buy you something that's gonna be worth and that's gonna be for you. Oh, I got some comments here. Oh, that's Max. Thank you, Max. Max said he'll be on next week, guys. And we have Baron. He said, "Thanks for regarding the YouTube issue." Yeah. So here's a thing that I want to point out. Don't be afraid to talk to me and Max. Okay. We're not the top tech guys and all that stuff, but we have some knowledge, and I've been building computers over the years, right? If you guys have questions, send me a message. Baron, Baron sent me a private message, and I don't even, I'm getting to know him more, but this is a guy I met doing this content creation, and he just, he talks to me all the time, and I talk to him, and I talk to all my audience members, right? So just if you guys me or Max, it doesn't matter. We're both tech savvy. We both try to stay up to date on all the latest stuff. That's the whole point of this podcast. So at any time, ask us a question or just leave us a comment down in our description. I know I'm doing this a little early, but like, follow, subscribe to our pages. I mean, we talk to you. We talk, and we try to talk to you in a quick and fashionable manner. With try to be efficient with it, and we try not to give you any wrong information. We try to give you the best advice we know possible. So so when I read these comments, you don't have to just wait on until we do the podcast. Talk to us anytime. Talk to anytime. Okay. So Steve, what's happening? I see your comment. So I guess because I was talking about NVIDIA and AMD, he's always AMD. Dude, I've been an AMD fanboy for years. Now I will say I've had in excuse me, I've had NVIDIA graphics cards. I just heard something. Okay, I've had NVIDIA graphics cards at one point, but they're only in the form of my laptops and this big black blurred out box. Hold on, let me see if I can clear this up so you guys can see. Where's my mouse? Here it is. Okay, so let's take this blur off. There it is. All right, so this is the where's your finger? This is the OMEN X2S. This is my recent one that I purchased. And the one behind it is my G752. That has a story behind it, right? So let me put my blur back on. So that has a story behind it. That laptop got destroyed when I bought my house, and when I bought my house I got water damage, and it was just a crazy thing of what we had to go through. But when that happened, I only had consoles for a while, and I didn't have PC anything, and that's what prompted me to get the OMEN. And so and I love that thing. At the time it was very powerful. It was a GTX 970M, so it was like the mid to high tier at the time mobile GPU. And going from that to this is just, it's ridiculous. Now the AMD cards that I had was my first one when I first built my computer was a Gigabyte 8650. They were going by all these numbers back then. Well, they still do, right? But it wasn't easy. And my second one was a RX 3090X 3090, but that's the one I gave to my buddies. But I was out of PC gaming for a while, but even back then I was gaming at 144 hertz. So but I'm actually happy with this thing. I love it. It's awesome. And to be honest with what's funny, I'm actually ready for the next one, right? I'm ready for the next I'm ready to build my gaming PC. But with stuff being in stock and all the scalpers and everything, they're just taking all of the they're not allowing me to be able to purchase it. How about that? So for my next topic, not here, we did that one. All right, here we go. So this right here is to be expected, right? So games are making more than movies. I mean, but with the midst of the pandemic, that's kind of be expected. To be honest with you, I'm pretty sure it's much harder to make a movie more so than building a video game. Because a movie, I mean, you have to talk to people, you have to get close, you have to, uh, kiss and make those type of scenes. And with video games, you just put somebody in a room, keep them far apart with each other, and you develop. So to me, it makes sense. And they're saying, where's my mouse? Here we go. So they're saying that, let's see, International Data Corporation per Market Watch global gaming revenue is expected to be around 197.7 billion by the end of the year. That is ridiculous. And the film industry brought in a combined 175 billion. So gaming is where it's at right now, and that's because people are, at home, and unemployed. Some folks are unemployed but still make a little money, and and it's not their fault, right? It's none of this is our fault. But they're able to buy the time because of all the social distancing. You're able to buy all this stuff, buy video games, buy hardware. You can, and it's getting a lot of attention. So this is understandable. We knew games were getting big. To be honest with you, I knew games were getting big when we started making it a sport with MLG and e-gaming, and then back then there were talks about it going to the Olympics and all that stuff. So I already know that video games was going to be the big thing, and I've always been a part of it. Me, Max, and I, we both has always been playing games. We've had all the systems and all that stuff. So this right here is very understandable, but it's just amazing how it's kind of like it's just a huge titan of a business. A lot of money involved. So if you guys ever wanted to go to school and do this stuff, man, I mean, look at the money's there, man. Just make a good game. Become a developer and work for one of the big guys, Ubisoft or EA or somebody, Bethesda. I mean, you can make a living off this thing. I remember growing up, it was once you got into the factories and got into the car industry, I mean, that was your taking in. So, but now, get you. I mean, you don't even have to go. Well, it's probably you should go this route. But I was going to say you can get an associates and get into this, or get certificates and get into this industry and get hired by one of the big companies, and they'll pay the rest of your way to finish off school, and you don't have to pay for it. So I'm in school now. I'm in school for software development, but I'm not in school right now at the point to where I can shift it to game development. But that's where I'm going with. That's where I'm going towards. And I've applied for my next class. My next class is HTML5, so web based stuff, and then I got to do JavaScript next. But I've already finished my Java class. Got a good grade about it. So I'm moving on to the next thing, and I think Max is doing that too. No, not the one you sold me, Steve. I don't remember which one you sold. Oh, no, no, no. This laptop is not the one you sold me. Remember, I got rid of that because it was already old at the point, but it served its purpose at the time. So but yeah, man, so if you guys are looking to getting into this industry, this is where the money is. This is where a solid career is for the rest of your life. Video games ain't going nowhere. The only thing I can think about where video games is going is that we're going to have a new way of playing it. But as long as software is out, developers are going to be needed, and that's period. Just it's the same thing. As long as people get sick while they're living, the health industry will always be there, and it's going to be the same with video games. Just getting into software development in general is a good career path to take. But it's where you want to take it, right? So just so this right here is a prime example of making it, whatever I'm trying to say, making it to where you can have a stable living and make good money, and get all the things you want and need, right? So that's just one. So here's another one. So I used to stream this game all the time, Call of Duty Mobile. And this Call of Duty Mobile was one of those games where, when it first came out, I played it on the phone and I loved it. I loved it on the phone. Some of my friends don't like it on the phone, but I played it on the phone until I got my laptop and I started playing it. I wouldn't even say playing. I started streaming it. I started streaming it on Facebook. And if you ever go on Facebook and you go on the Facebook gaming portion of it, you will see that all the top games are mobile games. And I mean, it's ridiculous. Um, let's see if I can. Let's see if I show you guys. Let's see if I can show you. Here, this gaming video. Come on. And come on, come on. So, I don't know why my internet, maybe because I'm streaming at the same time. All of the top games are mobile games. Come on. There it is. So, PUBG Mobile, Free Fire Mobile, Grand Theft Auto, that's a, of course, that's a AAA title, AAA title. Here's another one, Mobile Legends. Oh wow, we got a hanging out section now. Maybe I should change my thing to hanging out. Who knows? Um, League of Legends. Nope, nope. Here it is, Call of Duty Mobile. I don't know if Arena of Valor is a mobile game, but Clash Royale. All of these are mobile games, but if you ever go on Facebook Gaming, these are the top two that's always up there. And sometimes you'll see Call of Duty Mobile up there at one point. But I mean, it's the mobile gaming industry is hot right now. But I will say, let me get back to my point, right? So here we go. So this doesn't surprise me with Call of Duty um, having such a huge success in China. Down here they have some numbers. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Early reports read that China had over 70 million pre-order registrations leading up to the game launch. That's ridiculous. I believe another. Oh, here it is, right here. So it says since its launch, since the game came out, it had over 300 million downloads, and that wasn't including China. And the game is amazing. Just imagine getting a Call of Duty game and it's free. And they have everything in there. I mean, they have the microtransactions, right? Where you have to buy um, your weapons and season passes and all that stuff. But I haven't bought anything yet. And I've been playing the game like a normal Call of Duty game. It has multiplayer, it even has a battle royale. I don't know if I think it has zombies too. You get a full Call of Duty game for free and you get to take it everywhere. I'm gonna use this as an example, but I don't use this. I have a controller with an attachment that holds my phone here. So, and the Call of Duty Mobile has what do you call it? It's compatible with any type of Bluetooth controller because it's your phone, and that game is compatible with it. So I think I said that backwards. Anyway, that game is, you know what I'm trying to say. The game is compatible, and you get to take a full Call of Duty game anywhere and play it anywhere, and it's solid. Especially if you have a phone with a high refresh rate, like mine. I have a phone with a 90 hertz refresh rate, and it plays butter smooth. And I mean it gives the advantage, right? Because number one, I'm playing on a controller, and number two, I got a quick response time and refresh rate, so I always have the advantage. And that's why I always look sweet. So, but don't tell anybody my secret. But anyway, it's a really good game. A lot of people don't enjoy it because it is a dubbed down version. Graphics are, of course, not on par with buying it for one of the consoles or PC. But I mean, for the screen size that you have, for the place that you're going, anytime you have a high definition game and you shrink it down, like even my video here, I can show you an example. This right here looks better than this right here. Anytime you take a high resolution video, it makes it sharper, it makes it more clear, it makes it look good. So it's the same with the Call of Duty. You can play it on tablet. But anyway, I've been playing. The reason why I know this, the whole point of me telling y'all this, the reason why I know Call of Duty mobile is good is because when I started streaming, a lot of my followers came from Call of Duty Mobile and Free Fire, and I'm not good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even good at Free Fire. I've tried it. People like the content, because people like me and that type of stuff. But uh, playing it helped me. It helped me. Those two games helped me get on the map when it fires the streaming thing, and I have over 2,000 followers now. So if you guys don't have Call of Duty Mobile, check it out. You can play it on PC. You can play with a keyboard and mouse. So and I mean it's unfair because you be murdering people, but I mean it's a good game. It's a really good game. So I guess I want to get down to my last couple of subtopics, right? So here we go. So 2021 is upon us, right? And this is Max and I last episode. Jesus, I don't even have this prepared. Here we go. So this is our last episode of 2021 because next week when we do our podcast, it's going to be the new year. And I kind of wanted to look at to see what's going to be out there for 2021. Right now, Max and I have told you guys plenty of times that PlayStation just they ran it this holiday. They're on, with the whole UI, their games. They have first party games. You can play them right now. You can have fun with them. Max and I and my buddy Ralph, we've already beat Godfall and Spider-Man. I had to look over Godfall and Spider-Man, but what am I trying to say? PlayStation. They took the cake for at the end of this year. I think that Microsoft is going to have a superb year next year. But now don't get me wrong. The Series X is still fun. To be honest with you, I ain't playing the Series X like at 100% now, and I haven't touched my PlayStation. But when I was playing the first party games on the PlayStation, that's all I was playing. I wasn't giving the Xbox any love, so I'm gonna always be wishy washy. I've been getting back into Halo. And Halo's on Xbox, and that's what I've been playing. But I done lost my whole point of what I was trying to say about switching between consoles. Anyway, see, you know what? And I just not to be off subject, but this is one of the reasons why Max and I took the here. I'll show you. This is one of the reasons why Max and I took the comments off, because for some odd reason down here somebody keeps spamming or putting these promotion things in here. It doesn't even look legit. This is what I see in the background that you guys don't see, and we don't want people throwing all those things in there and whatever this is, having you guys look at the comment. I enjoy watching you guys comments on the stream, but we took it down because it's not a good look. It doesn't make us look good. Anyway, back to my point. So, best upcoming games for Xbox Series X and Series S. Okay. Oh, I know what I was trying to say. So, I believe next year will be the year for Xbox and all their first party games. And this is one of this article here is one of those things that will show what they have lined up for us. And some of the stuff is already out, right? So, Bright Memory, I've played it. I was very excited for this game. But when I played it, it seemed like it's lacking. It's not much in it. But I need to play it further, right? Because I'm still playing Assassin's Creed, but I've got off Assassin's Creed. I need to get back on it. Then I've been playing Destiny, and then I started playing the new Star Wars games, First Order or whatever you call it, and then Halo and Modern Warfare. And then now that I got Modern Warfare working solidly on there, a lot of my buddies are playing on Modern Warfare, so that's been taking my time away as well. But Bright Memory, I still have it downloaded. I'm going to give it a shot, or continue to give it a shot. But when I first played it, it was to me, it was lacking. It didn't seem like much was into it. I don't know too much about this game, so I'm not going to even comment on it. The Medium, I'm kind of looking forward to this game. I believe that you can download this game right now, but it won't be ready until what's the release date here? January 28th. So it was supposed to come out actually over the holiday, but it won't be ready until then. So I can't really speak on that, but it looks good. I don't want to show the trailer right now. You guys can watch it. It's going to be free for Game Pass. So I'm excited about that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Second Extinction, not too interested really. Scarlet Nexus. I think this game has a little interest from my end because it has that anime vibe to it. It looks really good. But it's kind of one of those things where I bought a next gen console. I kind of don't want to see cartoony games right now. Just let me enjoy the next generation of things, right? Let me put some more movement and particles and realism and textures in the. I don't want to look at cartoon stuff because I have Borderlands and I haven't played it yet because nothing's really going to change, but it looking smoother. But I have a PC, so it looks smooth to me already. So Scarlet Nexus until because Max always been putting me on until he say, Mo, you should get it. Then I look into it. Or if one of my like, hey, Moandogg, this is actually a really good game. You should check it out. You should stream it one day or something. So, whenever this game comes out, I don't know. Sometimes I try stuff too. I always say what I'm going to do, what I'm not going to do, then I end up doing it. So we'll see what happens when this game comes out, if it's not already out. Outriders. So this game has been hyped up for the longest. To me, it reminds me of another Destiny. So Destiny, Anthem. Let's just hope it doesn't take the Anthem path. So and I don't even know if it's out yet. It may be out, and I don't know if I think I have an old article. I just wanted to see out there what was going to be coming from 2020 for 2021. Psycho Nuts never been interested. You already know every episode I talk about Halo. Me and Max touched on it. The last time we touched on it, we talked about the graphics and all the stuff they released. So we'll see. There's nothing much to write off of, so I can't really speak on it. But I am excited from what I saw, and what they're showing. The high definition pictures and what some of the Spartans look like, some of the weapons look like, and some of the boards. So I'm excited that this is going to be open world. This is going to be the last Halo game for the next 10 years. So they're going to take the whole Destiny route and just upload content, season by season or year by year. If it's 10 years, maybe they'll add an expansion pack, call it Halo something else. I mean, who knows? But that's what Destiny's been doing. Uh, yep. So that's Halo. Bloodlines. I've never been interested in the Bloodlines game until they come out with something that just blows me out of the water, like the Monkey King game or Crimson Desert. Then I wouldn't be too much interested in this game. Corvus, Chorus, whatever this is, I can't pronounce anyway. But this is that spaceship game. It kind of reminds me of Wipeout, back on the PlayStation. But I'm not interested into like a Star Fox type of whatever you want to call it, racing space game. That's just not me. Forza, yes, I am looking into this. I know my buddies are going to beat me up for it, but I told them that I think Forza is going to be that top racing game when it comes out. I think Microsoft's going to put a lot into this, especially with it being out. Of course, it's going to be optimized first party game, but Forza, it just from the trailer looks good. But of course, the trailer was a media trailer, or it was I don't remember if it was a gameplay trailer. Again, Max, you're not here to tell me, so I don't remember. Put it in the comments, I guess. So it's gonna, this is going to be a good game, and I'm looking forward to this game. Hellblade. Um, I need to play the first one. I haven't played the first one, but the first one looks good. I like the fact that they have this what do you call it in the game where you don't have a HUD. It's just you have the character and that's it. And you gotta so it makes it much more real. And it is on Game Pass. The first one, it is on Game Pass. So maybe I'll download it and try it out. But Hellblade has been one of those things they promoted when they first started talking about the Xbox. But from my understanding, they're putting a lot of work in this. It's supposed to be a good game. So, I need to play the first one. So I don't want to comment too much on it and give my feedback on it. Fable, they announced this at the last Xbox what do you call it, showcase. And it was one of those things they put on last. I mean, me and Max kind of knew from all the leaks and stuff, people saying, but you never know until you actually see it. And we saw it, but there was no gameplay. It was just showing that it's going to come out. I don't know if Fable's going to be like all the other games, so we'll have to see, right? So, let's hope that they do a good job with it. How about that? I remember there was a game that came out on Xbox 360. Yes, I said 360, the one where you get the Ring of Death and you go through like 5 Xboxes like me, but don't tell anybody about it. But there was a game that came out for Xbox. I don't remember. If you guys remember, put it in the comments. But they worked on this game for 10 years, and the game came out and it was complete garbage, and it was a waste of time. They fired everybody at their what do you call it, at their whatever work site, whatever development site, and I think that company went down because of it. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. State of Decay, I always laugh at this game because when they showed the trailer for this, they had a zombie deer. Like, what is a zombie deer going to do to you? Right? Because the mouths are only this big, right? So, but I mean, just all jokes aside, I mean, State of Decay, I've never played any of them. Not too much interested in it. I do like zombie games, but I like the Left 4 Dead or the World War Z and that type of stuff. And I like Call of Duty zombies and that type of stuff. So maybe I have to look into it with the State of Decay. Scorn, that's another, I believe, horror game, and it's first person shooter if I can remember. But what was cool about it is they had all these real life alien guns in it. So where the gun was like breathing and that type of stuff. So we'll once we get more on it, we'll check it out. Call of the Sea, don't really care. Dying Light 2. I actually lost all interest in Dying Light. Like the first one was good. That was a good zombie game. But Dying Light 2, I haven't kept up with it. I can't really speak on that. I haven't kept maybe by next podcast I'll talk with Max and maybe we'll have a conversation on it. Rainbow Six, I got out of Rainbow Six when I wouldn't even say when, I just stopped playing it when I know why I stopped playing it. Um Battlefield 4 took all my time when Rainbow Six Siege came out. So I did like it. I did. I just it's one of those games I just never got back to. I mean, there's games now where I bought and I haven't even opened. I don't feel like getting up, but it's right there. It's right there. Uh I have Final Fantasy VII Remake, Collector's Edition. It's still wrapped in a wrapper. I have Mortal Kombat 11. Yes, the newest one. I have the newest Mortal, still in the wrapper. I had it since day one. And I have Metal Gear Solid 5, the latest one that came out, still in the wrapper from day one. And I think that game came out 2 or 3 years ago. It's still in the wrapper on the counter behind me. I did play it when it first came out. I played it for a while, but I had the digital copy, and then my wife uh, bought me the hard copy for Christmas. So it's just been sitting there. It's been sitting there, and I didn't play too much of it. It was a really good game. I did see the tedious and how bad the replay factor was, and it got a little kind of like the Destiny 1 where you kind of do the same thing and nothing really feels different. But I will say, to me, I like Metal Gear Solid 1, which I have on the PlayStation. Uh, right here actually. So I have the first Metal Gear right here. I got too much light here. So I actually have the first one, and I enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 4, which was awesome. It had an awesome ending, and I love that ending. It was amazing. Um, let's see if I can get to it because I'm running out of time. Gothic, don't know too much about it. More Rainbow Six. Lords of the Rings, don't care. Elder Scrolls will be good. Microsoft bought Bethesda, so we'll see what happens with this. I'm an Elder Scrolls fan. I play them. I have Skyrim. I have it on PC. I haven't played it in years, but I have it. But the game was so good that they kept me iterations of it, like remastered or HD version. Now it's on, excuse me, it's on Xbox for 60 frames. So that's a good thing. Starfield, don't too much care. And I think that's it. And the last thing I want to touch on is I was trying to find PlayStation's versions of, the games coming out, but I really couldn't find it. And, I kind of ran out of time, but I did bring this up. So you may see a couple games that are the same. So Hitman 3 going to come out for all systems. So wow, even Stadia. Okay, so it's going to come out for all systems. Uh, I might get into Hitman this time. I've played a couple of them. I just never was a Hitman type of guy that played those. So we'll see what happens. So Deathloop, this is a funny story because this is made by Bethesda, I believe, and Microsoft has the rights to it, but it's a PlayStation. Well, it says PC now, but it's mainly a PlayStation exclusive, from my understanding. Max, correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, how you doing? Is it Matt Ung? How you doing, buddy? I see a message. Sorry if I'm a little late to replying. Uh, but yeah, tell me. I got a since you're on my Facebook page, I got a poll. Tell me what you want for next year. I got some answers there. Let me know what you think. Right. So Deathloop is going to be pretty funny, just because Microsoft owns it, and it makes you feel like Microsoft has to bow down. I'm sorry, PlayStation has to bow down to Microsoft. I think that's so funny.
In a year-long
Whoa, what was that? What was
investigation, Optum and Washington Post brand.
This is what happens when you try to find these articles, because that scared the crap out of me because my headphones are so loud. But yeah, you go to these articles and they have these ads in here, so forgive me. What was the point I was making? Oh yeah, so PlayStation has to pay Microsoft. I think that's funny. So we have Far Cry 6. Far Cry has been running for the longest. So, from my understanding, they're good games. I haven't played any of them. Max is going to kill me, but I haven't played any Far Cry's. Because I'm always interested in Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo. That's all I've been playing. And then here's another uh uh what do you call it? First person shooter that I gotta add to the series. So and it always happens that way, right? When you get those first person shooters, you're addicted to one of them, and that's what you're stuck with. So that's been my thing for it. God of War. So I'm playing God of War now. I was actually playing it. Me and Max was on a chat, and I was actually playing with him there, and I'm telling how awesome it was. He's already played it, and my buddy Ralph's already played it. And all he's saying is, "Yep, yep, tried to tell you, I tried to tell you." So Max got this thing now. He tells me, and then I'll be like, "It's good," and he was like, "Throw it in my face." But anyway, whatever, Max. I'll enjoy it just the way you did. I don't hear what you say. But yep, Max was telling me about this. I've been playing it. I've been enjoying it. It's pretty good. Pretty good game. So let's look forward to the sequel, especially with the new graphics, right? It's going to look awesome. But we talked about Hellblade already. Resident Evil Village. I am interested in this. I want to see what this is all about. I've been playing Biohazard, but I kind of stopped playing it because I've been playing everything else. Right? Story of my life, right? We'll get into games and not finish playing them. But Resident Evil is going to be pretty fun. I don't want to dig too much. This is a subject I want to save for me and Max on Resident Evil. So stay tuned for that. Um, Horizon Forbidden West. I haven't played any of the Horizon games because what happened was when Horizon came out, I was into the PC gaming, and it was only at PlayStation at that particular moment. So it's one of those things we'll have to find time, get back and play the first one, probably get into the story, understand what this is, and play the next one. But I hear these games are pretty good. I didn't hear anything too bad on Mass Effect now, Legendary Edition. So that means look like they're going to all put them in one game. I actually have Mass Effect 3 for PC. No, 2. I have 2, the collection edition for PC, and yes, I have the disc and all that stuff. But my favorite one was Mass Effect 3 on the 360, where you used the Kinect, and you could tell the Kinect to send your teammate over to cover fire with your voice, and I thought it was awesome, and I had a ball with that. So I may look into this, get the Mass Effect collection. Psychonauts, not too keen about it. Five Nights at Freddy's, don't too much care. Cyber Shadow, and I think that's it. So, some of those things with PlayStation, were on there that I think is going to be awesome for next year. What I'm looking forward to next year is everything. If you're on my Facebook page, you'll see my category, and I asked the question of, what you expect. And I believe I have, let me see if I can look at the poll here. Come on, PC. There it is, almost there. All right. So more polls. And here it is. Okay, so my question I'm asking you guys on my Facebook page right now is, what are you expecting out of 2021? And, one of my answers that I gave you was Xbox first party games, PlayStation first party games, more hardware for consoles, or more software features for the console. So I am looking for basically everything in these categories. So I am looking forward to the first party Xbox games tremendously. I'm looking for the PlayStation first party games. More hardware for consoles. I want to know what other hardware they're going to integrate with the Xbox. I don't know. They may bring back the Kinect. Who knows? I do want to see different color controllers. I'm looking forward to that. On both ends. They for Microsoft, they only have the white, the blue, and the black. And my buddy Zoe, he said, "Are we on the game tonight?" I am looking forward to the Microsoft controllers, more colors of those. And I did want to buy the white, blue, and black version. I already got the black, of course, from the Series X because it came with it. But I would like to have a rig or Army Fatigue or something like that. I am looking for a PlayStation to hopefully allow whoever that company was to put different faceplates on the PlayStation if they come out with that within the next year or so. I'm looking forward to. I want to know if Microsoft will allow people to add some sort of LED lighting in your Xbox. So I've seen people do it online. I'm not doing it because right now consoles are not available, and if I mess something up, it ain't like I can get up, go out, and buy another one. So, what else am I looking forward to? Different color PlayStation controllers. I'm looking forward to that. Max has the camera. I got to talk to him. I don't know if it's compatible with just PC. So I'm not sure about that. I'll talk to him about that. And on the software side, I'm looking for the number one software side. I'm looking for PlayStation to open up their firmware to allow you to put an SSD in here so you can expand the storage. That's my main thing that I'm looking forward to. I am looking for extra software features that I think that might be good, but I don't know what I can come up with. So in the comments, maybe you guys tell me what you think what PlayStation and Xbox should do as far as software. You know what? I got a good idea. I'm looking forward to see if they're going to release an alpha Discord on your consoles. That'd be awesome. So if they can do that, I'm all for it. So that's another. Oh, and I want to know if Microsoft make a firmware update to add Facebook Gaming to the console, where you can stream from the console to Facebook Gaming. Right now, it's just Twitch, and I think PlayStation does Twitch and YouTube. I'm not sure. I haven't tried because I do my normal game streaming from my laptop. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But anyway, I got 1 minute left. We usually get off at 6. I want to tell you all Happy New Year. I know I'm a little early, but the next time that we talk on the podcast, this will be a whole nother year, and we're gonna leave all the stuff we did in the past. You can always go back and look at our history for our to kind of see our development from when we started the podcast all the way up until the end of the year. Max and I got tremendous ideas of what we want to do next year. Again, when I explained earlier, we're going to change this whole background. Hopefully, I can do it this week. If not, please forgive me. But this whole background and all this stuff is going to change maybe. Um, Max and I want to try to start getting guest people on. We have buddies from UK. It's kind of been hard back and forth trying to connect, but we'll finally get these guys on one day. And we want to reach out to other podcasters and have them come on the show. So also look forward to our future videos that we're going to do on our YouTube pages. I'm looking to come out with a tutorial video on how to stream. So give me some time to do my research so I can, get hopefully the best advice to you guys possible on how to get started with streaming but it's going to be Facebook because that's what I know. I am streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook right now at the same time to restream. But as far as individual stream, I wouldn't suggest doing restream right now when you're a beginning streamer. Just find your platform that you want to do it on, and play your games. I'm a variety streamer. Some people are just strictly one game streamer. But find you your niche. Find you what you want to do. Build you a good personality, and have people be drawn to you. So just I'm having fun, and that's what it's all about until this start we make a breakthrough and this starts making money for us and Max and I, and Max YouTube channel blows up, my Facebook blows up. So we're just going to take our time. We're just going to keep putting out content. It's going to be fun. 2020 is going to be an exciting year. I'm praying that the virus gets more under control and we can get out and visit family and friends again. Again, I'm not too sure on the vaccine. So until I'm sure on it, I'm not going to take it. If you guys want to do it, that's up to you. I hear there's good results. I just kind of got to sit back and kind of watch what happens. I'm already a house sitter now, right? Because I got all this house here, talking to you guys right now, and I'm not going to do nothing but get off this and start cleaning the house, and then probably get back on here later to sit down some more. My job, I sit down all the time, so so that's just how it is right now. But other than that, Happy New Year to you guys. This is our last episode of the year. Max will be on next week. We're going to be forced. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully this background will change again. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to both me and Max's channel. If you guys missed, I got a little a text here that's going from right to left or left to right. I don't know because I'm looking at the monitor. I don't know what it's going to show for you guys. But these are all of our social media channels. I don't have everything in here because and I don't have Max YouTube in here. But I will say that go to our old podcasts, and I've pasted our YouTube channel, well, his YouTube channel in there. And before I didn't know Max wasn't coming on today. So I put the text in here without his YouTube channel because I usually have it above his head right here. So, and I didn't have time to change it, and it takes a little bit of time in OBS to do it. But anyway, I enjoyed you guys. You guys are always awesome. Happy New Year to you. Please be safe, have fun. If you have to leave out, just be safe while you're out. Stay away from people. Enjoy yourself. Game. If you have days off, enjoy it. If you guys are not working, hopefully be patient. Something to come around for you. I'll be praying for you guys, and I love you all, and thank you for this wonderful experience. Out of all of this. All right.